different. So we'll be doing a story time about, as you could tell from the title, about my verbally abusive teacher. So in 6th grade, I had a verbally abusive teacher, and for this video, we'll call her Miss Stella. So yeah, this video will be a little bit longer than most of our usual videos. So get some snacks, get comfy and cozy, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, so this teacher, she was ready to be done, retire. She wasn't always the nicest to everyone, but she wasn't always mean or anything. But for some reason, she just had it out on me, and it was very stressful and annoying. Also, you guys, in the background, just so you guys are aware, there's a lawnmower going on, so I'm sorry about that. But anywho, so the first event that happened to me was, we'll call it the math event. So it was around Thanksgiving time, and I had this dialed into my brain about what happened. I remember it like it was yesterday. So I was leaving early, I was going on a trip with my family, and she gave me 64 math problems, long division. She said I couldn't use a calculator, I had to write everything out, I had to make it look nice. So being the good student I was, I did what I was told. It took me 4 hours to do. She told me that I'd only be missing 4 problems in the previous, during the math class that I was missing, and the rest, everyone else was getting. So I get back to class the next day whenever Thanksgiving break was over, and she goes, "Okay, class, pull out your 12 math problems." And I go, "You gave me 64. She goes, "Oh, sorry, plans changed." So that is now our family's inside joke, and long and behold, I go home, I tell my parents, my mom ends up emailing her, and yeah, she said this isn't right, you need to make this right, blah, blah, blah. So Miss Stella, yeah, that's my name I made up for her. Okay, so Miss Stella, she pulled me out of class the next day, and she blamed it on me. She told me every single thing I did wrong, and she goes, "Okay, did you check," it was basically this little homework thing that you could look at your homework, and "Did you check this?" I was like, "No, you gave it to me." "Well, you should check this." But I was like, "You assigned me the homework. Why should I check what homework you gave me even though you gave it to me?" If that makes any sense. She said, "Do you have a homework pass?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." She's like, "Well, you could have used that." I was like, "Well, I thought it would only be worked for the page that had 4 problems on." She's like, "Oh no, that would work for everything." So that was fun. Okay, so these are some of the mini story times that I have to share with you. This next thing, I'm not really sure what it was about, because there's so many small little details that happened with me with this teacher, and it was not good. So basically, I got pulled out of class again for who even knows what at this point, and she comes up to me, and this one I have a very hard time about, and she had bright blue eyes, and she pierced at me and goes, "I'm scared for you. You are lying to your parents, you're lying to your friends, you're gonna be a terrible student when you get into middle school, all your teachers are gonna hate you, this is just, this is so bad. And oh, you just can't do that to a student." And I turned out fine in middle school. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that, but it was not good. Okay, so our next story time is, for PSSAs, we get a reward movie once we finish. We get to go to the high school, watch a movie, blah, blah, blah. And she told us the only way we could get a reward movie is by doing homework. So we had to write 3 paragraphs or something stupid like that, and then we had to do questions about a book we were reading. And I was so irritated. She gave us maybe 10 minutes in class to work on this, and I was so irritated by this fact that I decided I was not gonna do it. She would have to tell me I couldn't go. I didn't care. I was so mad at her, so I didn't do it. And so she pulls me out of class again, the usual, and she says, "Listen, I would never stop a good student like you from going and doing the reward movie." And I was like, "But you told us we could only do the reward movie if we wrote the paragraph." Well, no, that's only for the bad kids. And then she told me the names of the kids she was going to do this. Like, first of all, I don't think it's very right for you to single out students, let alone then tell your other student the names of those kids. Like, I don't think you can do that as a teacher. And she's just like, then she goes and she's like, let's go back in class and see how many people were able to finish with the time I gave. So she brings me up into the front of the classroom and she has everyone raise their hands of who finished with the time she gave. So about 5 people raised their hands. We had a class of about 23 students. And she goes, see, Piper, about almost half the kids finished what they were supposed to do. And I was just like looking at her like, you are crazy. Like, oh, that drove me nuts. Okay, so one thing you should know about me though is I am a good student. I try my best in school. And one day, my friend, well, this actually was an ongoing problem, but my friend someone was sitting on our lunchbox. Because back then we had like these lunch bins where everyone put their lunches into this lunch bin. And then you had the lunch bin carriers, and then they would be carried down to the lunchroom. So yeah, and someone was stealing out of her lunchbox. And she asked who was sitting around her, and she said my name because we were friends. And next thing you know, she pulls me out of class and she goes, why were you stealing her lunchbox? And I was like, I'm not stealing out her lunchbox. Like, I'd never do that. And she's like, I know you are. She said your name when I asked who was sitting next to her. And then the student comes back in the classroom and was like, hey, like, you know, joining in the investigation while she's accusing me of stealing the lunchbox. And a friend was like, no, she did not steal the lunchbox. Like, that's like not her fault. Like, I know it wasn't her. She'd never do such a thing. So, okay, so I'm pretty sure that this is the last story time that we have for today. There might be another video, you never know, that comes along. But, so I'm allergic to suntan lotion, and we had a field day. So every year, this is towards the end of the school year, and I said, hey, listen, like, I'm allergic to suntan lotion. Can you just tell the students, be mindful where you're spraying your suntan lotion? And I told her this the day beforehand, that way, like, she knew. And she goes, oh, if that's the case, then just don't even bother coming. It's fine. Like, honestly, if it's gonna be such a problem for you to be allergic to suntan lotion, just don't come. Like, it's fine. And I still ended up showing anyways, but it's like, it really just goes to show you how much she did not want me to come, and it was not necessary. Okay, so these are all the story times I have for you guys today, but in conclusion, after all those teacher meetings with the principal and my parents that we've had, I'd just like to let you know Miss Stella is no longer teaching, and hopefully will not be teaching again, just based off of these horrible things that have happened to me. And I can't even imagine what other students have gone through outside of our class. Now there's just one little quick thing I'd like to say. So this one day, it was very random, but out of nowhere, she just came to school with a bag of popsicles. And I was like, here you guys go. And I was just like, I was very confused. But I'm pretty sure that day she also pulled me out to talk to me about something. But who knows? And it was not good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Please let us know if you want more story times. And let me know if you've ever had, like in the comments below, say talk about a terrible teacher that you've ever had. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye!